What's up?
What's up?
that
Hi,
beginning looked
Belle.
like I was producing it.
Belle says, "Hey guys."
Hello, Belle. We miss you.
Hello.
How are you doing, Miss Marissa? Besides, I can tell you're obviously hot.
I'm
Hot.
doing well. I am. For those who don't know, I am busy getting ready. I leave Wednesday with my husband on our anniversary trip for a week. We are going to
Woohoo!
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Yes.
baby.
Hi, Mike. Yeah, I'm very excited to go. I've been once. It was for Bachelorette weekend, and this is with my husband for our 16-year anniversary. And so I'm very excited. Got a lot to get done. I've got so many things. Yes, Ezra, we're like, um, and Belle just got back to me and said, "Wait, that's fun." And yes, Veronica, I am hot.
Hey, speaking of which, I see we got both Veronica and Ezra on here. Hey, you guys, are you guys free next Sunday night?
I will not be here, and it's
I
episode 100 of
I
Saber.
know.
So
So
that's very exciting, bummed, but
the idea that I wanted to do, hopefully, like I said, I see Veronica and Ezra on here, but I thought it would be fun to have all the past directors of well, obviously you won't be on here as well, but Chris Old Soju, our original director and creator of the show, has agreed to come on, and I thought it'd be fun if we had Veronica and Ezra, as they were both directors as well. And if I can
Veronica
convince
is
him, I might be
available.
able to twist Gary Ripper's arm and have him come out, as he was one of the original hosts of the show.
Ezra said he should be free. Veronica says she is. So.
Woohoo!
And I'm
Let's.
sorry to miss out. I probably won't even be watching it, and I will try to tune in if I can. But we're going to be in Vegas, so.
What's going on, my buddy Say Wong? Say Wong was actually able to tune in with us on from Fanime
Oh,
last
nice.
show or the show before. That was very cool. We had like a live check in.
Anthony Brown is in the chat.
Anthony
Hello.
Brown, what is going on? So, what is going on in your life besides getting everything ready? You got
Um,
so much going on. You've got your
I
book
know.
that you're working on.
I have I got hired to draw for a book being published. I just finished last Friday night. So I work, for those who don't know, I work with a boudoir photographer and I do the videography of the sessions, and we just had a 6-hour shoot last Friday.
Oh my
And
goodness!
I started work at 5:30, and the actual shoot itself didn't start until 8:30. It had to do with hair and makeup, getting footage of it and stuff. And
Right.
then we had 3 sets, and it's like always moving around stuff. And so I have all this footage to look at. But unfortunately, I lost the card reader for my laptop.
Right.
And I had to buy a new one. It's not coming till tomorrow. So, oh well. Alma's in the chat.
Woohoo! That is so weird. I'm so excited to see Alma. Alma, she interviewed us, and we've actually dealt with Alma a couple of times. She was part of the Sacramento, well, I don't want to say underground, but Sacramento community video group. I don't even know what to call them. Sorry,
No
but
worries. And
she is dope. I love that chick. She is so cool.
Veronica here is letting us know about Kyber Girls. So 3 of us ladies are going to be getting together to start gaming on the channel. I don't think we've exactly nailed down if it's live or streaming. Like if we're streaming it or if I'm editing it and then releasing it later. We're going to talk it up and go over it. But 3 of us have been kind of going crazy with a few things. With like Veronica's got some conventions she's going to, several of them. And I've got my trip and stuff, and the kids got out of school. So like it's just everything everywhere.
I am really excited. For those of you that don't know, Kyber Cave Productions is growing and expanding. We are looking to break off a few more shows. The idea is to hopefully have a reason for you to come back every single night. We have Kyber Girls, which, again, I'm not real in love with that name. I love the concept, not in love with the name. Kyber Girls. We also have a project we're talking with potentially with Anthony. So that'll be kind of cool. So keep sticking around. Also, I have some more good news that almost everybody on the stream probably is not aware of. Guess what? Everybody here tonight gets a chance at winning a Saber.
Woo-hoo!
We hit 600.
Yes,
we hit 600 like a minute before show started.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And then I get my first Saber soon.
Woohoo! Yeah, you got to come pick that up before you leave for
I know.
Vegas.
I gotta come by. Just we'll talk later about when's the best time.
Yeah, so I'm going to be going to the cabinet. I will grab a Saber out and we will see who we're giving it away. Just to let you know, to be entered into the drawing later tonight, we are giving that away tonight. So there's no waiting around, waiting for other people. If you're here now, you have been entered. If you have left a comment on Facebook, you get one entry. If you leave a comment on YouTube, you get a second entry. And if you leave a comment on Twitch, you get up to 3 entries. Now, I do want to warn you, on Twitch and YouTube, you must stay on those channels for at least 10 minutes each. So stay on YouTube for 10 minutes, then leave a comment saying hi, and then stay on Twitch for 10 minutes, leave a comment saying hi. But if you do that, you get...
counting them.
Yes, the computer's tallying them up. So we will be giving away another Saber. Yeah, Belle says, woohoo, maybe she will win another Saber tonight. Although, we do have a rule. You can't win a Saber within the 3-month period, so I can't remember when she won a Saber.
She won my first giveaway, and I haven't been part of it quite 3 months.
Well, so if Belle wins, then she gets like a t-shirt or some chopsticks or something.
Hello, Exos, how are you?
Speaking of which...
Yep.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to pull out something while you were...
Okay. Veronica won 4 months ago, so if she gets pulled, then she gets one.
Check out these cool chopsticks we just got in. So these don't glow like our other chopsticks, but as you may know, these are Yoda chopsticks. So we just got these in. Make sure to check out the website. We got a couple of new things in there.
Alma wants a Saber, because I want the Saber.
We have glowing Saber chopsticks too, because as you know, we have lots of rolling blackouts in California. So always good. You will never have to eat in the dark again.
I know that would be fun. Like, I want midnight snack top ramen and take my... I don't need to wake anybody.
That's right.
I know, Mike, turn on the AC. Well, it's not completely my decision.
Right.
But it is what it is. You know, it's just I'm in a back room that's small and I close the door, and it's been not super crazy hot today, so we left the AC off to save money.
Right, you can probably see how glossy I am. I'm over here at the Kyber Cave. We have no air conditioning.
You're just glowing and shimmering like a vampire.
That's right. I'm Batman.
Batman? Okay, I went Twilight to Batman. It's totally different. All right, well, here's some cool news.
Do we got some nerd news?
Nerd news.
Nerd news. Nerd news.
Make sure. So first, this one's going to take up the whole screen, everybody. So get ready.
Ooh.
We have some Obi-Wan toys. Okay, so you've got in the middle, you've got Obi-Wan where he was staying, where he was living at the beginning, watching over when he was Ben Kenobi.
I like the blue look too. Like the blue, it's so much better than just the drab brown all the time.
Exos is asking how often the store is actually open.
We are open 4 days a week. We are open Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay. And then that's good to know. And then on the left you see Reva, who is played by Moses Ingram, our new actress into Obi-Wan, and she is pretty awesome. She's very good at being creepy. Oh, Obi-Wan.
Oh, yes.
Very eerie. And then on the right, we have Haja. Who was the con man, for those who don't know. I won't say any more than that if you have not seen the episodes. He is hilarious. And I really enjoyed his character so far. So those are those Funko Pops. Haja is not available for pre-order yet, but Reva and Obi-Wan are. So I will actually right now.
And did you see Philippe's here says that Lego made an announcement of some Obi-Wan kits today?
That's awesome. That's cool.
So dude, Lego is content to keep us broke.
And Ezra wants to know if we're going to get Vic back for the 100th episode.
Vic? Well, I guess we could.
I won't be here. I'm sorry. So I just posted in the link, in the chat, the link to that news that shows you those toys and more. There are more toys and pops stuff underneath in that link for those. How much are the glowing chopsticks, my friend?
They are only $15 on our website, and we have 8 colors available. So yeah, make sure to check our website, kybercave.com. We have
Right
not
down
only
there in the rolling thing, or rolling.
yeah, yeah, across the bottom. We have not only sabers there, but all kinds of other crazy things like saber umbrellas as well. You know, because it rains all the time in California.
Steve Mead says hello.
Hello
How
there.
are you? Thank you for coming in. And Philippe says, "Oh, you have no idea. They just announced price hikes. Oh goodness."
Yes. All right. Was there anything else in the nerd news, or was it just that
Yes,
one?
there is one last thing. Is this Wednesday? Disney Plus is airing Miss Marvel's first episode.
That's this Wednesday already?
That is this Wednesday already. Yeah, I'm really excited to see
Have
Kamala
you
and her powers and stuff. I'm very excited about that.
have you seen the trailers for that one, Mezzo?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, have I seen the trailer?
So I'm sorry, I don't know.
You know, okay, so for those who don't know, I'm very active in the new Rockstars community, so I try to make sure to stay up to date on everything
Okay.
as best as I can, because being a moderator in their Discord, you have to make sure that people are like, we have spoiler channels, right? So like, not everyone can see Obi-Wan when it comes out, so we have a specific channel for it. So I need to make sure I stay up on it so I know what actually becomes spoiled.
Right. Holy goodness, I can't even keep up with these comments right now. Dude, they're
It's
moving so
all
fast.
good. We have so many people.
Well,
Anyway, so that was the nerd news for today. For this
woohoo!
week. And then next we actually have our segment by our wonderful James Kaiser. Our
Yes.
producer.
We are
He is
very
our
fortunate every week to have James Kaiser bring us another fantastic flow artist. In fact, next week, our main guest is going to also be our flow artist, the wonderful Christian Castro from Saber Flux Workshops. Everybody loves Christian. He's always a fun guest, and we've had him a couple of times, but both times that we've had him on before, he had like internet issues at his house, so the interviews got cut off early. So this time he's going to his mama's house, and he's going to do the interview from his mama's house.
Thank you, Mama.
Mama's pulling through for us again.
Ezra, sir, are you giving us away a Saber this week? Yes, because right before we went live, we got to 600 subscribers.
Like a minute before. In fact, I will say Alma was 690 or 699, and our guest for tonight, our fantastic, wonderful guest for tonight, hit our 600 mark.
Yeah.
To put us over. So you can thank our guest when he comes on for giving you the opportunity to win a Saber tonight.
All right. So without further ado, here is our flow of the show this week, given by James Kaiser.
What's the name of the artist?
Oh, William Harvey, also known as the Revanant.
Woohoo!
You'll see his name pop up, and there's a link to his video in the description. So here you go. Oh my goodness, why was it so short? I don't know what happened. It cut early. I think it only I apologize, everyone. I think the video my video misrendered and only seconds of it. So I do apologize. The full video is down below in the description. So Mr. Harvey, I am very sorry for that happening. I didn't notice that happened, so I apologize very much. And it was hilarious for us to come back and all of a sudden the hand's not
there. I know, and it's so funny because like literally for 99 shows, every time the flow comes on, it's like my favorite part of the show. So I'm always like locked to the screen.
I know, and I don't know why that I obviously did not double check the length of the video, but for some reason only 15 seconds played. I might have, you know what I might have done? I might have uploaded the wrong one, so I do apologize. And I cannot fix it at this moment because the video itself is on my laptop, and I'm not at my laptop. Anthony Brown, I wouldn't mind winning a Saber.
Well, and let us see. That was what I was doing. I was dipping to the booth of the counter to grab a Saber really quick. And I just grabbed one. I just grabbed one randomly. So let's see what somebody's taking home. Ooh.
Well, this, yes, as I usually do, but This was just one that bypassed me wrong. Ah.
This is, I believe, this is called the Assassin. I love this one because it comes with the coupler already. So if you want to double side it and you have another TXQ saber, you can do it. Doesn't even have to be the same exact saber. This is going to have 11 colors on here. 11 colors, 10 different sound fonts, flash on crash, blaster noises, rechargeable,
Ryan,
1 year warranty.
We're not the Oprah of sabers. We don't give everybody one right away. Alma has my name on it. She says it has.
Yes, it is waiting for you, Miss Alma. Our only rule is you have to get that saber yourself. So you either have to pick it up or it is $30 to ship it out to wherever you are on the planet. And our new rule, because of somebody, is you have 30 days to pick it up too. If you do not figure out what you're doing in 30 days, it will go back into inventory, and somebody else gets a free saber. Ha 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 ha!
I'm great, Ryan. I hope you were well.
Yes,
so
but
let's go ahead. Finish.
This will be going home with someone tonight, or
Yes.
at least we'll figure out who is tonight.
It will be going to someone, and nobody was further this week. You are right, Ryan. All right, so next we have our wonderful guest.
Yeah, so we ready to go with our guest? Okay. God, I cannot believe how much I'm sweating here.
Here, let's see if I can fan you off.
Thank you. You know, we should be thankful TV doesn't have like smell-o-vision or anything yet, because it is hot up in here.
And then while you're in your interview, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll get the correct flow of the show clip that we can play afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds groovy. I'll get that
sorted. All right, so you want to talk a little bit about our guest before I play our intro?
Our fantastic guest tonight. I've actually seen our guest a few times at a few different cons. Such an incredible, fun guy. There's actually video clips of him showing other celebrities, like the person that does voice for Ash Ketchum. I saw him teaching her like how to like moonwalk. This gentleman is one of two people that taught Michael Jackson how to moonwalk. He was the White Ranger on the Power Rangers live tour. He is a fantastic performer that you've probably seen on a number of different media outlets. Please give it up once and for all for Mr. Cooley Jaxson! What's going on, Mr. Jaxson?
All right, man. Wow, I like that. I like that.
Is that Mr. Jaxson if you're nasty?
Right.
How's your night going?
It's going great. It's going wonderful. Can't complain. You know, it's summer rain, so that's something that's new.
All right. Especially in California, we'll take anything we can get.
Yeah.
So now I see you a lot at a lot of the different conventions and things like that. How do you go from being, I mean, obviously you're a professional dancer. We've seen you in a number of different venues there, but how do you go from being a professional dancer to being a professional Power Ranger?
Wow. What happened is I was dancing on a cruise ship, for a producer director. Her name is Anita Mann, and she has a show out in Vegas, the Luxor, called Fantasy. So I also performed in that show. So she got called to choreograph the Power Ranger Live tour.
Oh, wow.
So I was her assistant choreographer, and she called Saban at that time because I was doing kind of like understudy stuff for Jason Frank. And so I was the right type and things like that. So I went down there, and I was supposed to have the part of the Red Ranger.
Right.
That's what they told me. And I get in there and I see the White Ranger outfit, which made sense because when Jason Frank would leave for the day, there was pickup shots. I've never ever met him, and he's an amazing person. I give him 110% props, on everything. I support him a lot. So it was an honor to step in as his understudy, as well as to step in as a White Power Ranger for 2.5 years, to travel around the United States. We went to Australia and Mexico as well.
Wow. So when you do a show like that, a live show like that, is it 6 days a week, or how much break time? I mean, you're constantly touring, right?
Well, we're constantly touring, and we would have 3 days off, 4 days on.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4 days on would be the actual show days. Within those 4 days, we could do up to 7 shows.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, some Saturdays was like 3 shows, and they were like an hour and 40-minute shows with one 15-minute intermission.
Wow.
But I like to tell everybody out there, the interesting thing is that when you're doing TV, you can break, you can stop, you can do makeup, edit, wherever the case may be, costumes. But when you're doing it live, you have to bring it. You have to do all the acrobats. You have to do all the fight stunning. Everything on stage was really legit and real. And so technically, you saw the real deal. So if we pulled it off on stage, then we were doing our job. So
and you're doing it 3 times a day. I can't imagine. So in a given show, about how much time are you? Okay, first off, how long would a show be, and then how much of that time were you on stage?
The first half of the show, which by the way, you can find it online, Power Rangers Live Tour.
Okay.
First half of the show mainly was Lord Zed, Rita, and all the, putties and things like that. And then Alpha comes out, and the putties are taunting Alpha. Alpha the Power Rangers, then we come out. So we don't start off the show, but it kind of crescendos and build. And when you go to type in Power Rangers Live Tour on YouTube, if you go halfway through, you'll see that after the putties are taunting Alpha, a screen goes up, and then they show a video of the actors.
Right.
And then they said it's morphin' time. And then it starts off with, Mastodon and the black all the way up to the White Ranger. And when I come out, oh my God. So we would come out, we would do that. And of course, we'd be hyped up and stuff like that. And then the show would go on. So I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet. But, with myself as the White Ranger, I had to do a lot of meet and greets. So I had to do a meet and greet before the show and after the show. At the time, you get to a point where I don't want to say selfish, but for all performers out there, they get to a certain level. And I'm not saying it's bad, but you want your rest and you're like, I don't want to do this. Right. And I was telling my friends the other day, I said, what was interesting, which made me humble, and it's a longer story with this, but when I was with Sesame Street Live, which is another live show, I played Grover. And the costume is very wet, it's very heavy, and it's fur and all this other stuff. And they said, Cooley, don't get undressed. This is right after doing this whole, hour and 40-minute show. So I'm like, dang, man, God, I want to go eat. I want to rest. We got a show coming out. I don't want to get back into this wet costume. And I'm just complaining. And then, so I go behind the black curtain. They shut the other part. From a distance, this nurse is pushing this kid in a wheelchair. So he's on oxygen. They push him, then they stop because the cord couldn't reach wherever he was getting oxygen from. She unhooked it, took a little pump thing, hooked it in. She was pumping air into his lungs and pushing him closer. And I'm watching it suck out of the mouth of Grover.
Right.
And inside my mouth was like, Oh my God.
Right.
So the bottom line is, who am I? You know what I mean? I have this talent, I have this health, and all this kid wanted to do was meet Grover, and I could not take the time to get in the costume to do it. I did,
Right.
but I was, complaining about it. And
Right.
so
Right.
I started crying because she was pumping the air and he was trying to say hi, but he couldn't get enough air in his lungs to say hi.
Right.
And that child is probably no longer with us, but that changed my life. So I started doing Power Rangers. I started working with Howie Mandel, Bobby's World. I started doing Charles Schultz, Snoopy's World of Magic. I started doing all these children's shows as well as creating my own.
Right.
So,
Creating your own show.
yeah,
Actually, I want to ask you about that, but there was a question up here I want to make sure we get to. Belle asked how long you been dancing, Cooley.
I've been dancing since Jesus Christ when I showed him how to do the moonwalk and it's been a while. It's been a while.
Right. Were you one of them kids back in the late '80s with the cardboard out on the street corner and the big boombox?
We never did that, but we let's put it this way. I'm the grandfather of street dancing.
No.
I helped get street dancing started. Let me give you a little synopsis on it. I was on the show called Solid Gold for 4 years. I was hired.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Once again, you can find this on YouTube online. And I was hired to be the street dancer on that show. At the time, you couldn't go online. MTV was just coming out. So
Right.
I was on TV 7 days a week on Solid Gold Hits and Solid Gold. And I was the only street dancer for 4 years. So
how old were you at that time?
Sheesh. At that time, I probably want to say 27.
Wow.
Somewhere around there. That's what I have to guess. But it was 4 years, the best time of my life. I met every artist in the world. It was during the 80s. It was
right. The greatest period of music.
That's right, baby.
So you got to meet lots of celebrities through Solid Gold, and I'm sure make other dance connections as well.
Oh yeah, I used to choreograph for Patrice Rushen, Joey Lawrence, and Matthew.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Matthew before he got into acting, he was little. So everybody know Matthew Lawrence is the one who was in Miss Doubtfire. He was a little boy.
Right.
And wow, everybody, man, it like Duran, Boy George,
damn,
Cindy Lauper, Tina Marie. The list goes on.
Are these people that you met, or are these people that you've actually danced for?
Who used to come up to us as Solid Gold dancers and ask for our autographs for their kids.
What?
It was real because they're stars on the show, but the Solid Gold dancers were stars in their own right. So
right.
Because we were only dancers, like we not saying we were the best dancers, but we were the legit dancers. Like when you go online and you could see till this day, the style is dated, but the substance and the dance power behind it is still, presentable. You're still interested. You still get involved. It's like, wow, that's pretty cool. With the dance.
Right. And I remember, God, I can't remember when I was man. I'm going to date myself here. I can't remember if Solid Gold used to come on before or after cartoons, but I remember on Saturday mornings that I would see Solid Gold and I'd see all these people dance and everything. We're like, damn.
The thing of Solid Gold, we used to push the envelope with sex appeal. And that's what it was as well. It's a very risque show for the girls. And I think that was the start of everything. I mean, Prince was pushing the envelope. Madonna was, a lot of people were. But now, it's nothing. Now it's nothing. But at the time, that's also what made the show like, wow.
Right. So you just seem to be in all the right places at all the right times, huh?
Hey, I was blessed. I say that to a lot of people. If there was a time to be born, it was a good time for me to be born at that time. And I'm very, very, very modest. I'd like to say hi to my manager, Tony Anthony Brown.
What's up, Tony?
But the other thing is, the whole thing is that to have, as a street dancer, I'm a self-taught street dancer.
Mhm.
Just let everybody know. I couldn't afford dance lessons. My mom let me convert my garage into a dance studio. I had
Wow.
every kid in the block in my garage. We had a group called the Dynamic Dancers, the Bopettes, which was girls, and a small little kid group called the Dynamite Kids.
Right. Well, and was this here in the Bay Area?
No, it was in Santa Ana.
In Santa Ana.
Santa Ana, California, yes.
Wow. So, a lot of times when you think about that original street dancing and that core, I think people would assume you were maybe from New York or something like that.
Yeah,
But to hear,
yeah.
but to
You
hear,
had your West Coast dancers did all the, popping and all the locking and stuff, all the
right,
rocking and stuff and all.
right.
The East Coast, they used to do all the breaking on their spinning and stuff. So when those two connected, then that's when street dance started growing. But the name breaking, because New York being New York, the name stuck with that. The Lockers, which is Tony Basil, Shabadoo, Camelot Jr., Fluky Lou, Tony Gogo, they are the original Lockers. So they started doing all the locking stuff. And
Right.
way back in the 70s. So
right.
street dancing always been around, and we've been doing that for, oh my God, for years. So
Right.
it's great to see it still being good and nice, because as you know, I don't know if you know, but in the Olympics, 2024, breakdancing.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. It makes sense to me.
We broke ground, bro. And
right.
that says a lot, So we'll see. The only problem I have with that is, how can they judge something they don't know? So I'm trying to reach out and try to get involved in that, because they should have named street dancers be the judge, or maybe
the commentators,
or
to let people, the audience, know what these moves are and what they're doing.
Well, they would have to be certain moves. I don't know their format or what studios they're going to, but if I had to guess, it's probably going to be all these go for it moves. But what it should be, like ice skating, for instance, every ice skater has certain moves they have to do and see how well they do it if they land a spin or a lift, or where the case may be. So it should be certain type of moves that the break dancers have to do, and to see who's the best.
Right.
But how can a judge who wears a French hat judge something like that, and he never break danced in his life?
Right.
That's all I'm trying to say. It should be somebody of my status, Pop and Pete, Casper,
right,
Marvin. It should be people who know what to look for to judge. But
do you ever stop and think about the fact that obviously hip hop has changed the world since its start in the late 70s with the punk movement and everything. But you look at the four corners of hip hop, and you are one of the godfathers in one of those four corners of this worldwide phenomenon now. How does that feel? And yet you're probably, if you were to walk down the street, a lot of people don't know who you are. Really are.
Well, it was interesting you say that. My friend Alma and myself, we went to one of the Soul Train parties, and we went to Dave and Buster's. And so we're sitting there at the table, and a lady comes up. She says, "You look familiar." And I said, "Yeah, I'm out there." And she said, "Are you a dancer?" And I went, "Yeah." And she said, "My son watched you dancing in a movie called Breakin'."
Wow.
So, to make a long story short, when I'm out in LA or Orange County or somewhere, I get recognized all the time. Up here north, I don't. So yes, it is good that I started there. I'm one of the godfathers that presented it. I'm not the main one, but I helped launch, the dance move. So how does it make me feel? I feel like every street dancer out there are my little kids. And I'm very, very proud of them, because they could be out shooting up, robbing, stealing, doing all these bad things, but they put in all their energy behind something that makes others happy and make them look like there's something, like a star. That's why I was happy with the best dance crew that Randy Jackson did, and Jabberwockies made it, real big, and Yeah.
Love the
And
Jabberwockies.
but they started because of Randy Jackson believing into a style, and now that that hasn't been on or anything, the funnel for street dancers, it just closes, then it's open. So Hollywood has a funny way of choosing, who they want to go on.
Right.
For myself, I'm trying to establish myself, and I'm trying to get back out there. I just have to build my social media. I'm getting back up on that high horse. That's why you see me at the cons.
Right.
Anthony Brown is very much helping me and booking me on a lot of things to put my name back out there in order to let people know that I'm still around.
Right.
Because I'm seasoned, I'm aged, so still able to do what I can do. I can dance around 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds. So with that is something. So, I'm very blessed. I'm very proud of every one of the street dancers, good or bad.
Right.
That's how I am now. I am not one that challenge or some. I had a kid came up to me about a year ago and said, yeah, trying to challenge me and stuff. And I laughed at him. I said, here, look at my YouTube, type in, Google my name, and say, when you meet that, then I will challenge you. And that's
right.
I'm like, I did mine.
Right. Yeah. Phil is saying here that you were in a Break Into Electric Boogaloo. You were in Beat Street. Oh man, dude, this is my childhood here. Oh man, come on now, hanging out with the fat boys.
I tell people this all the time. Like, let me show you. This is me right here.
Oh snaps!
Right. I'm trying to get it right
up at the top.
Yeah, that's me right there.
Oh snaps!
That's Boogaloo Shrimp. I'm dancing against, and that's in the movie Breaking. Yes, that was wonderful. That was amazing. I was with Solid Gold at the time, and Solid Gold let me go to do the movie.
Right.
Interesting story. I had the part of Bruce Leroy in Last Dragon.
What?
And I turned it down for Breaking.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I know, right? but if I regret anything, that's one thing I do regret.
But that's got to be I'm not going to put words in your mouth, anything, but that's got to be an amazing feeling to be like a street dancer, and then all of a sudden you're on a Hollywood movie surrounded by people that are of the same like mind and the same kind of vision that you have in this art form that you're basically making up as you go.
Well, as a street dancer, I was already because Breaking was 85. So 83, I started, well, it was 84, 85. 83, I started with Solid Gold. So I was already married to that dance style in the people's eye. So I was pretty much comfortable with it. So around Hollywood or doing movies, let me tell you, brother, let me tell you this. It was like I didn't have to audition for it. I didn't go through no cattle calls. I was like the Samuel Jackson of the street dance.
Right.
I tell people that. When it comes, I didn't realize how much stuff I've done in life. When I look back and I'm like, oh, I did the Super Bowl. I did this K commercial. I did the scissor commercial. All these little things. And I'm like, I didn't really realize how much you do. Because when you're back then, you take things and you refuse things and you go up and down. I was in Hollywood Squares, for God's sake. There was a show called Win, Lose, or Draw.
Right. Yeah.
I was on that.
Oh, snaps.
Yeah, no, you're telling me. But the whole thing is with Hollywood, when they come running, street dancers now don't know how easy they have it. Right. We had to battle with jazz dancers. Jazz dancers had everything, and we sat down, and after everybody left, they would call us up, and then we would audition because they couldn't give us choreography in their mind. But when the show would happen, people would only want to see us dance.
Right.
They didn't want to see the jazz dancers. So that caused a kind of like a
rift in the community.
West Side Story conflict with street dancers and jazz.
Right. Oh, that's funny. It's like Michael Jackson's "Beat It" commercial. I mean, a video or whatever, or not Beat It, but Bad.
No, it's Beat It. It's Beat It when they.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Speaking of Michael Jackson, one of the things that I have seen posted somewhere was it said that you were one of two people to help Michael Jackson learn
Yes,
how to moonwalk.
yes, yes, yes,
No,
yes.
what? Do tell, do tell.
I tell a real quick synopsis of it. My, you know, I'm the only child, so the closest thing I had a brother. His name is Jerron Casper Candidate. Casper Candidate's mother received a call from Soul Train that Michael was interested in learning a dance move. Um, so he received a call, and then his mother called my mother. I was in San Francisco, and I was doing Grover. I told you all about that. So my mom said, "I don't know what's going on, but you need to fly out here." So I got the time off from the show, and I think we it was a travel day, so I had 2 days off before we had to do the first show. So I flew in. Casper and we met up. We took a ride to, I think it was Encino, I think from what I remember. We met up. I'm giving you the short story. We met up with We met up with Michael, and for the first 2 days, I helped teach with Casper Michael how to do the backslide. That's the original name.
Right.
And so then I had to go back, and then Casper continued for the next 3 days working with Michael. And then of course the check came in his name, and he gave me a little bit of the money. And we have interviews that we did, and people didn't know what teach Michael Jackson moonwalk. He learns how to groove. I could show you little things like that.
Right.
And then when he did
now, was this based off of?
It blew up.
I apologize. Was this based off of? You said you were on Solid Gold. Did he see you do or did he see the other guy do a certain move and was like, "Oh, I need to learn how to do that move"? Or
from I can only assume,
mm-hmm.
but it was Jeffrey Daniels, Casper, and myself doing a spotlight dance on Soul Train. Once again, you can find this online. And we was all in black suits, and that was technically the first time everybody sing popping and locking. The Electric Boogaloo, they're the ones that basically created and started popping, but we've learned from guys that used to hang out with the Electric Boogaloos. A guy named Larry McCraw. He taught Casper and I how to do the backslide, aka moonwalk.
Right.
And so we had the chance to dance on Soul Train with Jeffrey Daniels. He's with Shalimar. And so it blew up and it went big. Well, in that routine, I'm the one doing the actual backslide. We come in doing the backslide, but during my solo, I do the backslide. And then when we leave, do the backslide. Right. So I can only assume he saw what I was doing. So he called, but who knows?
Right
now, it's a controversial thing. So all we could do is go off of footage.
Right.
And assume, hey, maybe that's the truth. Maybe it's not. Who knows?
Right.
Regardless, he and I was the ones who taught Michael Jackson how to do it. Regardless.
Right. So now that, obviously, how do I say this? I don't want to say this and sound bad. Obviously, dance is a younger man's game. As you get older and stuff, do you find yourself changing how you dance, or are you just having to be more intense with what you're doing, or has your dance changed at all as you're
trying to say if I would do a backflip? Hell no more backflips for me. But I can do 80% of what I done back then. So I stay fit. I keep my body together. I take my vitamins. I do my exercise. I work out all the time.
Right.
I'm technically a gym rat, and I would say that age to me is a number or it's a mental status. That's in my head, because if you think old, you are old.
Right.
I would say a person's mature or seasoned. To me, being around someone of my status is a good thing, because you can learn a lot. When you're around a person who lived a life and they've been through and they've seen so much, they got so much knowledge that they can share with you. And if they're capable of still looking young, that's a plus, because now nothing you can say or do that they haven't tried in life,
right,
or been through a life. But when you're younger, you don't have an idea. So you're learning through life.
Right,
And then
right.
you're building your resume. And then, in this day and age, to live with all these diseases going on, like COVID and all these shootings and stuff like that, to live to be an older person is a badge of honor in itself.
Right.
So I don't really say that I'm older, I can't do it. I can do it. I choose not to.
Right.
So
Right.
that would be it. But if it ever came down to the bubble and I stretched out for like a week and a half, then I'd be all right.
Now, let me ask you, a lot of times when I interview, particularly artists, like if I were to interview, say, a painter, one of the things that I've come to learn is people that are very well known in one art are typically excellent in several different arts. It's just you never hear about all the other things because their one is what, they're really known for. Do you do other things besides dance as well, artistically?
Well, you see behind me, I don't know if you see, but I do music.
All right.
I got two sides of the story. I have characters that I created called the Rapping Rats.
Mm-hmm.
They're like an Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I did that. Google gave me $250,000 towards that project. I got mascot costumes. You'll be seeing them soon at the cons.
Nice.
And, then I got puppets because I used to work with Sesame Street. So I contacted them and they made puppets for me. And you can see all that. It's called RAPPIN RATZ, Rapping Rats.
All right.
And I had it very successful for about 5 to 6 years up in Tahoe. So in Tahoe, Carson, Minden, Incline, Reno, it was really, 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 really big. And
Right.
so I put that on the burners. So the latest thing that I'm doing is this. It's called the Dynamic Dancers.
Ooh, what is that about?
Yeah.
Damn, can you put that a little closer to
Yes,
the
I
camera?
can. Yes, I can.
Ooh, that looks exciting. What's that about?
Well, being a Power Ranger,
Right,
I
right.
wanted to start my own characters. And I did not want it to be violent. I
Right.
wanted to be a non-violent superhero street dancing group.
Right.
I want them to use Jackie Chan moves and capoeira,
Nice.
as well as parkour in order to defeat the villains.
Ooh.
So it's something new that I'm trying. I have the costumes for it. I've worn them at several cons, and people love it. So Anthony Brown and myself, and soon with Alma, we will be working on that to introduce it to the Comic Con world. And it's baby steps. But the cool thing about it is it teaches people how to dance.
Right.
Like you mentioned, me teaching, what's her name, from Pokemon.
Ass Ketchum, the woman that does.
Ketchum.
Right.
So, it's like that. I want to teach everybody how to do the actual backslide, and I want the dynamic dancers to come out to do that. So my goal is to add something new to the cons, like whenever they have the cosplay contest, then we come out and we do a whole dance performance.
Oh, that's so cool.
Street dancing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And then after that, get someone on stage, some people, and then we teach them a dance move.
Oh, man.
So I have the talent, just looking for the people. So if anybody out there watching, you have any kids, yourself or anything, contact Anthony Brown, and we're auditioning for dancers.
Woohoo! That's fantastic. And I actually have a friend that's a comic book artist. I could see a comic book coming out of this too.
We're looking for people to do a comic book. We're looking for any and everybody. This is an open thing. All copyrights I have, so you don't have to worry about it. But the bottom line is the door is open, and if any love and joy come out of it financially, we spread the wealth.
Right, and I can appreciate how you're trying to use other means besides violence to defeat their enemy or to overcome their problems.
Exactly. So I'm working. It's already created, but his name is Laser. He's the villain, and he's created after Darth Vader. So
Yeah.
Andrew Nelson is going to help me with that character.
Oh man, you pulling in the big guns.
Yeah, he's going to help me put that character together. We're very good friends, and we talked about it. And I showed him the character, and so it's going to be a really cool project. Eventually, if we get the right people involved, we'll have a sizzle reel or a teaser or something that we would put out there. But it's something in the making, and as we speak, it is happening. So,
right. Well, once you get that reel together, let us know. We'll drop it on our channel.
oh,
Well,
you most
maybe we can
definitely.
get an exclusive premiere or something with the interview.
You
Bring you
will.
back
You
on.
will. You will. I promise. I promise. I promise.
So, when do you anticipate? I mean, I know that's kind of all going together, and you don't have any dates, but when can people start looking for things for this project?
Well, for this project, Tony Anthony. He is very very good at the producing and directing towards this idea, and he has real good ideas. It's just that we need the bodies to put in the costumes. So we have the idea, we have the format, but it's kind of like a Power Ranger feel, but with street dancing. So,
Yeah.
and it's not as, it's more towards the tween age, not the kiddie Power Ranger age. Power Rangers, when I first started, it wasn't, you know,
Right.
then all of a sudden it just shot up and got to the pinnacle. I think when the White Ranger was introduced, but as you know, from there it just blew up like a firecracker, and Rangers are everywhere now.
Right.
So I kind of have an idea. So what I want to do is I want to keep this like a Marvel type thing. You know, if it changes, it'd be like Spider-Man changing into a better Spider-Man, or Aquaman to, or Batman. You know, it's kind of like they just morph. The White Ranger isn't prevalent anymore. They're trying to do the I think Jason Frank, the dragon, white dragon and white shark, and he's trying other things, which is great. But I just think when you love something, you stay with that to build on it. So I want these characters to stay the same, but update them to now time. So that's what Tony and I are working on. We're working on making them look more like Spider-Man and Deadpool type outfits.
Right.
But right now, these outfits right here are spandex.
Right. Yeah.
But they're pretty cool.
Man, that is fantastic. I'm absolutely excited about that. Dude, I love parkour and capoeira. So the idea of incorporating those into characters' moves, just absolutely exciting. Do you so music, you've got dance. Do you do things like, do you do painting, or do you are you just producing on the computer, or do you play a physical instrument yourself?
Yes, I do. I'm a producer and I'm a songwriter, and I have songs on the radio.
Oh,
yes. So if you Google Cooley Jaxson, it'll show up not as a dancer, as a musician.
man, you're just all over the place. We can't keep you down.
I have songs on Apple Music, iTunes. All my music are danceable music. I even have different styles that go into the pop era.
Right.
I'm working with other artists. I'm working with Alma. We're trying to hit the Latin crowd.
Woo-hoo.
I created 2 or 3 songs, and let me tell you, they are good.
Wow.
They're really good. It was to the point where I'm like, I want them. But so anyway, the songs are really good. So she's helping me structure
with your hands in so many different pots. Does it make it hard to stay focused and get everything done you're trying to accomplish?
Well, back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, everybody was a triple threat. All the performers, they sung, they danced, and they act. So it's really not a pot. It's been like that all the time, like Sammy Davis Jr.
Right,
You know,
right,
the tap dancer, you know, all of them. Frank Sinatra, everybody sung, they dance, and they act.
right,
Somewhere down the line, it lost its luster. Um, but because I know of that era, I only knew how to grow from it. So I got into acting, I got into dance, and I got into doing music. Dance was the easiest thing to do because you just need to put music on and do it. So
right, right,
you don't have a dime in your pocket and you're making rabbit ears with your pants, then hey,
right,
you know, that's what it is. And then
right.
you do some songs and then you get a record deal. Okay, now it's with music. Then you're hanging around all these artists. You know, I
Right.
learned a lot from Jeffrey Daniels and Cool in the Gang and Earth, Wind and Fire. You know, I learned a lot of music techniques by, you know, being with them. Ray Parker Jr., very good friend of mine. And so from learning from them, the music kind of morphed into. And then I got
Right.
acting with the breaking and Electric Boogaloo and, you know, all, you know, auditioning for The Last Dragon, and the list goes on. So you just got, you don't bite off more than you can chew, but you have to create yourself to be ready for when it comes.
Right.
Because you will be presented with something, and if you don't have it down and you're not sure for yourself, then you know you look like a fool. And
Right.
that's the problem I see right now with a lot of people. And not to knock, how can I say this by being nice? Let's just say right now they're pulling talent because of followers. They're
Right.
not pulling people because of talent.
Of talent. Right. Right.
So I'm saying it in a nice way. And
Right.
that's probably the pebble.
It's this TikTok generation.
That's the pebble in my shoe. That's the pebble in my shoe. So
Right. Now, let me ask. That's a whole nother different thing. With the style of entertainment, with entertainment changing, back in the day we used to have cable TV, and now we have streaming services, and now we've got YouTube and TikTok and things. Do you find it difficult to connect, or do you find it easy to transfer onto all these new platforms and to stay up with the latest trends and stay connected with people?
I think it's wonderful. But the only thing I don't like is it opens the door for everybody.
Right.
So any and everybody wants to be a star. And I talk to my friends, you got to be careful what you wish for.
Right.
Because if you can walk down the street and no one bothers you, you're going to miss that when you become a star. Because everybody, they think they know you. They think they want you. They do extortions. They try to hurt you. It's all these things that you don't think about. That one artist, I can't think of her name, who was doing a signing. That guy walked up and shot her. Right. It's kind of like you just got to be careful, and that's what this new age is doing with us. You back in the day, you had to trap a producer or a director or somebody, show him your talent, and then he will call you, and then you become a star, and then you're protected with bodyguards. You're protected in general. And the paparazzi wasn't as prevalent as it is now. You know, now we know how the paparazzi is now, but at the time it was around, but they weren't as violent, you know, and trying to get pictures and they can make or break you, because look at the Johnny Depp situation, you know.
Right.
And look what Disney did. Disney and Pepsi dropped you like this.
Right.
You know, good or bad. But for the rest of his life, Johnny Depp, yeah. Because another little story for everybody so they don't know. When I got off Solid Gold, I tried out for a show called 21 Jump Street. I don't know if you know. And that's when I met Richard Grieco, Don DeLuise's son. I can't think of his name. Johnny Depp. That's when I met all of them. And I had the part because I was off Solid Gold, so I had the name. They changed producers at that time. And then a female producer came in and she wanted a girl. So they had audition for a girl in the group. And Holly Robinson was cast, and she's black.
Wow.
I'm black. The detective police officer, the head guy. He was black, and back then you can't have too many black people.
Right.
So 2 is okay, 3 is too many. So I was gone.
Right.
They fired me.
Man.
Well, they let me go. I wouldn't say they fired me. They let me go.
Right.
If there would have been another ethnic person like Hispanic or whatever the case may be, then I probably would have been on the show and my whole life would have changed in a different way. But I went to a depression stage because I was really counting on that. So for 7 years, I was not dancing or anything. I was just working as a assistant manager at a health club called Nautilus Aerobics Plus in Orange County.
Right.
And my friend Casper, he got a job to teach the Pet Shop Boys tour. Then that's what got me back into it. He had me come on this tour, and once again, you can find this on YouTube. It's called Pet Shop Boy Highlight Tour.
All right.
Tour. And I got back into the scene, but Hollywood, they will step on you in a minute. So that's what I'm saying. Johnny Depp, as well as Amber, they will never be like they were before because no one touch them now. It what I call is the Kaepernick thing. You know what I mean? It's
right.
trying to get yourself established, but dude. So you got to be careful. That's what I'm just trying to say. Like everybody want to be stars and they want to get into it. So when you do your own thing, what I've noticed, Saban, Jim Henson, Charles Schultz, even beautiful Howie Mandel, a very good friend of mine. I'm trying to create my own characters.
Yes.
So that doesn't pertain to it because you can't do that to a character.
Right. Once you create your own character, they can't take that away from you.
The situation might end up in court, but the characters will still be loved.
Right.
Never. So I'm going the smart way.
Right. I used to do spoken word poetry, and like in the late, the mid 90s, early 90s, whatever, when people started getting the home computers and stuff up here in Northern California, it's not like Southern California where you got all the record labels and everything. So you basically had to get in the studio and grind yourself, and it was coming up with the money for the studio time. Yes. But then what happened was when people started getting the home computers, it was like a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it gave people an opportunity who might never be able to get into a studio. It gave them an opportunity to get in and try it out and see if that's for them. On the other hand, it also gave the people that were really bad at it an opportunity to get in there. So you were fighting, when you're standing on the street corner trying to sell your CD, nobody wanted to buy your CD because they had just bought 5 bad ones. Because anybody can get in the studio now.
Well, that's how Hammer made it.
Really? Yeah.
Hammer. He's selling CDs out of the trunk of his car.
Right. Too short, same way.
So the whole thing is that was our life, in NWA as well. They used to be in a world-class wrecking crew, Dr. Dre and them.
Yes.
And I had a group called Trademark, which I produced when I was with Solid Gold. And they had a song called Tell Me What's on Your Mind, which all this stuff is online. I've been through it. I've been with them. I talked to Snoop Dogg, but I never met him one-on-one.
Right.
I knew Dr. Dre before he was Dr. Dre, and Ice Cube as well, because they were in Long Beach, and I was in Santa Ana, which is about 30 minutes away. So we all used to go to Knott's Berry Farm and go to Cloud 9 and go dancing and all this. So it was basically a beautiful living in Southern California, land and Knox and all that stuff. So it was great. So, but to see, it makes me wonder, what if I would have stayed with the singing? What if I would have not bailed out? So, I'm just happy that I am healthy and able to still do what I do. And the bottom line is, all you lovely people out there, is to perform for you, to make you smile, because you can have a bad day and you see me dancing and it changes like that. That is what it's all about. It's not about me. It's about you guys. And that's the difference between me and now. So I'm trying to do that through my characters. I'm trying to.
I'm excited to see all that you've got coming up. Hey, Cooley, we've got just a minute or two here. I wanted to ask, did you have any words, if somebody is maybe wanting to be a dancer, any words of encouragement or things that you can advise people? And I also wanted to see, we're going to have all the links and stuff down below, but also let people know if they want to see some of your, your past stuff, where they can find you, or where they might find you if you got cons or tours coming up that you know about.
Okay. Right now, Anthony, my manager, he will take care of that, and so we will, get with him with that. Cooley Jaxson.com. He's been posting things, by the way. Cooley Jaxson, CooleyJaxson. You could Google that or YouTube it, and you can see all the stuff on that. My message, I'd like to share this with everyone. I was on the road to Power Rangers. Was at the airport, and this Texan guy was there sitting, and I sat by him, and there was about 22 of us. So we're laid out everywhere waiting for the flight, and stuff. And I'm sitting by him. He said, "Hey, with Texan accent, what do you do?" And I'm like, "I'm a dancer." "What kind of dancer?" I said, "Street dance." "Oh, you one of those guys to spin on your heads and do that?" Like, yeah, I said, yeah, something like that. He said, "Let me give you a bit of advice." He said, "That's real cool and all, but this is what I have for you." And it always stuck, and I share this with people. Stick and stay and make it pay. And that says it all. Stick with one thing and make it pay off.
I like it. I like it.
That's what I do. That's like my characters, anything I do in life. And since then, I have shot up. Too many people jump at ideas everywhere, and they don't stick with it, and it doesn't.
Right.
So that would be my advice.
I love that you said that. In fact, we were having a meeting with our YouTube producers for this channel, and I was saying, I don't care what you can do as long as you can do it every week.
Yeah, exactly. That's why all the TikTok people are making it, because they're sticking with one thing and it's paying off.
Right. Even if that one thing is crazy.
You're absolutely right. But hey, they're making more money and getting all this fame, and anyway,
right.
Like I told you, it's a pebble in my shoe. So
So hey, Cooley, do you know of any events offhand that you're going to be at coming up soon?
I think the 26th. I know you're on, Anthony. Can you type in the date? I think it's the 26th of June. He keeps my schedule, and he keeps me intact. So
right.
And then he just tells me, and I show up.
No, believe me, I know how it is. My director's got the brains in the operation. I just come out here and look pretty. That's all I do.
That's why I got the manager to manage. Keep it together. But but we will be posting. And last but not least, I don't know if you can see right there is the 26th in Modesto.
There we go.
But in the back on this side, it's called Beat the Street.
That's
Beat DA the Streets with an S.
Right.
Everybody Google that, and you'll see more interviews, because Tony and myself, he interviewed me, and it's our little production, and I talk about all the little things that I have done, and to meet, like, how did I become a Power Ranger? How did I get in the movie Breakin' and Electric Boogaloo? How did I meet Michael Jackson? It's there. I think we have 6 or 7 episodes of it right now, and they're like up to 45 minutes long, but they're really good.
Oh, wow.
We did this whole interview on my mother, 3 or 4 episodes. So it's real good. So go to Beat the Street, and we will continue. We have slowed down for the last several months, but we will continue and bring it back up. But it's called BeatTheStreets.com.
Wonderful. And one more time, what was the name of that other project with the kids, with the dancing kids? What was the name of that one? The one where you were showing the card. They're almost like your own Power Rangers.
Oh, the Dynamic Dancers.
Dynamic Dancers. That's it.
The Dynamic Dancers.
I'm excited about that one. That one looks like it's going to be fun. A lot of fun.
DynamicDancers.net.
.net. All right. Well, I'm sure we're going to have all the information down in the description. We have a fantastic director who does all of that wonderful stuff for us. Cooley, I cannot thank you enough. I've had so much fun talking to you tonight. I've learned so much about not just you, but I mean, the history of dance, really. I mean, you are like you are the Wikipedia of the history of street dance.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, I look forward to seeing you out there on the cons, and hopefully we can see more projects coming from you soon. Cooley Jaxson, thank you so much for being on with us.
And I'll see you guys on the flip side.
Woohoo! Have a good night. Yeah,
that was great,
dude. That guy has been everywhere. He's been in Electric Boogaloo, breaking. This guy is like He's like the roadmap of my childhood. If it wasn't for him, I might not have had a happy childhood. Not that I'm actually that young. I should say not childhood, but like teenagehood.
That was kind of funny when they talked about Looney Tunes. It gave me a flashback because, for those who don't know, we have a amusement park nearby, and I actually played Looney Tunes characters, like in the costumes, and danced on stage in them.
Right. Oh my god,
Sylvester the Cat most of the time. I did fall off the stage once. I didn't go real well.
no.
I have scoured the internet looking to see if anyone's posted a video of Sylvester the Cat falling off of a stage. And
Right.
unfortunately, I cannot find it. I've always wanted to look back. I did get hurt, but it's like I laugh when I get hurt. So like,
Dude,
I want to go back.
People like you and Cooley, I admire you. Like I'm just feeling filthy in my own clothing right now, let alone a damn Grover outfit with fur stuck and matted to me. And then somebody wants to come and give me a hug and get like a sweaty, gushy.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I was gonna say something that was like icky, gross, like you were talking about, but I'm like tempted to not. I worked with several people, and we all we had to take breaks. We would change characters, and a coworker of mine he would sweat a lot, and then the next show I'd have to wear the same.
I couldn't do it, dude. I would
so put on the gloves, and it was
I can't do it.
It would be moist.
I am so squeamish when it comes to other people's like sweat and fluids and stuff.
Person, but like I knew other people would feel the Ezra's like, tell us the gross thing.
I'm one of those people that cringe at the word moist.
Yeah, I was like, I knew if I said it that people would be like it causes a physical uncomfortableness to people. But
I think everybody on the stream is gonna go shower as soon as they get off.
I did that for a couple years, and I played Sylvester Cat was my main. I did Foghorn Leghorn, which is the one that had the wet gloves. And then occasionally, if they really needed me, Veronica, I would be Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, or Tasmanian. But usually it was Foghorn and Sylvester because I'm like 5'7", 5'8", and I'm on the taller side of the costumes.
Right.
Anyway, but that was such a cool interview. I was in here like.
That was so much fun. I am so excited. I've met Cooley several times at different cons, and I've gone and talked to him. Such a cool guy, but I've never actually had a chance to really sit down and learn about him and to realize how he has influenced and affected, not just history in general, but really directly kind of my personal life, dude. I remember watching Solid Gold. Holy crap.
It's pretty cool to see when you meet someone in the industry that just touches
Right.
and you even realize it, and then you're just like
mind blown.
Last time I went to a convention,
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Wow.
It'll change.
It will change. And you have kids now. We will get the whole family out and we'll go out to conventions and stuff.
Yes.
All right. So moving on.
So just before moving on, I did get during the interview, I went and got the correct flow of the show clip for Mr. William Harvey. So for James Kaiser, thank you so much for providing this video. The full what? They're not showing the full video. Correct. What happens?
Welcome to Kyber Cave. So the video was there, but it's not now.
Like, I don't know why. I went and double checked and I named it. I'm not sure what happened with the program. It must have been the program because I did it. But yeah. Anyway, so I do apologize. Please check out the link down below for the full video.
All right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hide behind my fan.
We will get that right for next week. All right, but we do have another amazing segment. We do have another wonderful producer that provides us with the segment every single week. His name is Mr. Kevin Hogan, and he does the California Comic-Con Adventures with Kevin. So do we have that?
Yes, we do. Now, thank you so much, Kevin Hogan. Enjoy, everybody.
Hello everyone, this is Kevin Hogan from Northern California with another episode of California Comic-Con Adventures. This is part 2 of our episode about Fanime 2022. As you may remember, they took a little break from the COVID pandemic there. Fanime started in 1994. FanimeCon was first created by several anime clubs that came together to share their passion for anime. Some of the original clubs still remain, and many others have joined FanimeCon since. Now, for those of you interested, there are volunteering opportunities. If you want to find out more information, you can go to fanime.com. And for those of you that want to learn more about them, FanimeCon is Northern California's largest anime convention. They are known as 5 fans, 4 fans is their slogan. They're packed with non-stop video programming, extraordinary costumes, music, games, tournaments, panels, and they're renowned for international guests and celebrities. They're an annual celebration of Japanese art and popular cultural entertainment. It's a very colorful event for fans, friends, and all sorts of interesting cosplay and activities there. FanimeCon of 2019 had over 34,000 attendees before the COVID pandemic there, and in 2022 there were several thousand there. They lined the San Jose Convention Center's entrance all the way down the street from both ends of the block and around the corner there, waiting to get in there to show their clear pass vaccines there to get in. It was a really fun time. Lots of friends there in attendance there, seeing lots of colorful cosplays there. They did have some panels there. We saw 5th Gen, not Pokemon there, doing their comedy show there. It was great fun there with their Waluigi show there. Some of the events there, like the cosplay contest and cosplay chess, were postponed for this year. They'll be coming back for 2023 and later years for not having some of the more crammed together events there because of COVID there. But there were some events still going on there. It was nice there. They still had dance to the rave parties going on in the evening there. They still had the big vendor hall there with lots of vendors to see there. It was really cool. And for those of you interested in other upcoming events coming up there, at the Fresno Fairgrounds on Saturday, June the 11th, is Anime Fuse's car show. So that'd be interesting to check out there in the central Southern California area there. And also for fans of Ohana Comic-Con at the Turlock area there on Sunday, June the 12th, they're going to be coming there to Central California there, so you can check that out there. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the pics.
Like,
dude, he had a comment here. Let's see, where was it? I'm gonna mess around and do that too. Like, he had a comment about. Here we go. About the gangster. So we had this joke because I love narwhals. And with the whole fencing mask and everything. So a narwhal Jedi. That is an idea. Woohoo! Thank you so much, Kevin Hogan, for that wonderful report. Lots of cons to come. This is California, so we have them all the time. All right. I want to remind everybody, please check out kybercave.com. We have lots of merchandise, not just sabers, but all kinds of merchandise. We are getting ready to give away this bad boy right now.
Ooh,
I think Ezra says the assassin. I don't even know the names of my own products.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen.
Yes. As I want to make sure everybody has gotten a minute really quickly. If you have not gone over to Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, hey, I love it.
I pulled one up. There are like so many different things on here.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go home and totally research tonight.
It made me chuckle, so I had to pull it up when I oh, that's so cute.
I'm gonna have to go do some research tonight.
Ezra is trying to make sure you see the point that it's Ashla.
The Ashla, thank you. Thank you very much.
Right. I said, okay, I'm ready to win another saber.
Yeah, and actually you can too.
The wrong button.
Oh man.
It messed it up. Hang on a second. It'll
all right, so just to remind everybody, the rules are you have to pick the saber up from us or arrange to have it mailed out to you. It's $30 to ship anywhere in the world for us to ship to you, or you can come pick it up yourself. And you have to do that within 30 days. If you have won in the last 3 months a saber from us, you are not eligible to win another saber, but you are eligible to win a secondary prize like a t-shirt or something like that. So when we do this drawing, if somebody's name pops up who's won a saber in the last 3 months, we're going to have to spin again. And the first person will get a smaller prize.
Okay. And I do have to apologize because my thumb, this is a brand new mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And oh gosh, I just did that to my eye. I hit the back button on accident, so it did not count the extra entry.
You know what? I don't think you even need to worry about it because apparently Mick says he's going to win and we don't even need to really do this drawing.
He says he can feel it? Okay. All right, so everyone
all right, Mick, you're our big winner. Good job!
Oh my gosh. I do apologize for the issues.
All right, so wait, are we saying that we're not going to be able to roll tonight or what?
We have 21 entries currently, and it had 34 before, and it counted all the ones that have currently commented. Everyone's saying, "No, me, pick me." So yeah, I do apologize. It has counted entries. I don't think it counted the extra one. The issue.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit draw.
Let's see what happens.
Who comes up?
We need like sound effects and stuff.
I know. You know what? That is a good idea. I'm gonna get one.
Say one! Woohoo!
I love the Simpsons profile. I have never seen an episode of The Simpsons.
You've never seen an episode of The Simpsons?
I haven't. Sorry.
Wow! Holy crap! So, say one. We did a costume contest for May 4th out in Sassoon, and only 2 adults showed up in costume. And Say Wong came as a Ghostbuster. He came as Spangler. He just barely did not win that contest. But you've won this one, Say Wong. Woohoo!
Hey, Mick, you were cracking me up. He goes, "That's not me." Push the button again.
Yeah.
There is a draw again option in the corner.
Yeah.
I love you, Mick. I miss you, and TT know me as I call
Veronica's, if he doesn't want it, I'll take it. Veronica somehow turned into General Grievous over here, trying to collect every saber she can get her hands on.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, it is so funny. I know, Kevin, it's sad. So when I was a child, I was not allowed to watch this, like growing up and stuff.
Oh wow!
It wasn't allowed in my house, and as an adult, It was both like by the time I was an adult and able to watch it, it was so many episodes already. And so I was like overwhelmed by that. Plus, like seeing clips of things throughout the years, I'm like, it's just. I'm sorry, it's just not something I'm the most interested.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I love Obi-Wan.
You're an adult now. You can make up for all that lost time.
Oh gosh, what time? I don't have any time anymore.
I know. Now we've got so much else to do. Hey, and speaking of which, we are running a little bit over. I wanted to remind everybody we've got a bunch of new great shows coming out for you. We've got the Kyber Girls. We were talking about a D&D show. We have a queer movie review show. All kinds of good stuff coming through the Kyber Cave channels here. So just be on the lookout for the next few months. Like I said, our goal is to bring you a brand new show every single night and to make Mezzo's hair go gray as fast as possible.
You just can't see the gray because I dye it.
Next
Like I dye it's gray. Like my eyeshadow.
Next week, unfortunately, Mezzo will not be with us. She will be on her anniversary trip, but we will have, it looks like we will have Veronica, a past director, Phoenix, we will have Ezra, a past director, Chris, we can talk to Vic and see if he wants to come in, Gary Ripper. So we're going to have a party here regardless. Plus, we have the ever fabulous Christian Castro of Saber Flux Workshops will be our guest and our flow artist next week.
So sad to miss it.
Yeah, well, you know, I always tell people too, just because you miss the main thing doesn't mean you can't go back and watch shows.
I'm going to watch it in my downtime after the fact.
Yay! I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. We just hit 600, like literally a minute before the show start. Remember, at 650, that is our next Saber giveaway. So if you have not shared out this show, please share it to everybody. Make sure everybody you know subscribes. If you've got some homies, just grab their phone and just subscribe for them. And don't even ask them. Just go to the phone and subscribe for them. You're actually doing them a favor.
Favor.
That's right.
Isaac, you've got me.
And we
All right,
love
thank
you.
you, everyone, so much. We always finish with our wonderful TikToks of the week. We have a great one featuring an interview with Pedro Pascal and a wonderful one about convention.
All right, see you next Friday at 9 p.m. and then back here next Sunday at 7. Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Woo!
Let me tell you about the time Pedro Pascal threw me under the bus.
I'm the one that got in trouble.
Do you remember? No, we were doing the reveal of the Mandalorian toys at D23.
I can't believe you're throwing me under the bus.
We showed off the Lego set. We showed off, I believe it was the Razor Crest with the Mandalorian minifig. And I was told before we did this segment, I was like, Anthony, they're going to be watching you. Don't move those toys from where they're supposed to be. Don't touch them. They all have to go in a specific place. They're coming out of locked briefcases that are handcuffed to somebody. Be very careful. I'm like, oh my gosh, I better not mess this up. We get done and we're looking around the table and we say, the Mando minifig is gone. This is a prototype Mandalorian Lego minifig. It's one of a kind. Security's patting me down. They're checking my pockets. Do you know who goes slinking out of the room?
I was like, that's little and that's me. That's mine. They came for me.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they knocked on your
They're
door?
like, we need that back. I was like, oh, okay. Here.
And you're like, I eated it. It was small and I swallowed it.
I actually, my neighbor came over that day actually with her young son, and I was like, no one's gonna know, no one's gonna see this, it's tiny, like a magnet. He was like, what's this? And I was like, oh, I can't give it to him, I'm sorry.
That's amazing, but like, the last 3 years have to have been, incredibly surreal to watch the show blow up like this.
I think cosplay is one of the most pure forms of self-expression. On the outside, it's probably kind of weird to a lot of people, but on the inside, it's just a bunch of nerds showing their love for series and fandom and geekdom, and it's honestly beautiful. All of this is out of sheer love. You spend hours and hours and hours creating costumes, to screen accuracy just because you love a character. And then you go to events and you meet more nerds and you all just create a wonderful community of nerds. I've met most of my friends at conventions, and I've found so many beautiful moments just in even just convention nightlife alone. And all of this for just the sheer love of any one fandom or character. I've never met more dedicated people than at conventions, and for a lot of us, this is what gives us our purpose. This is what keeps us going. There's such a power in cosplay. There's such a beautiful power of self-expression and of safety in existence.